Are you managing? Is it working?
It did it. The interminable 14 seconds while you wait for the stream to catch up.
Ah, yes, indeed.
Well, hello everybody. Lovely to see you. We're going to have our monthly Ryaku Fusatsu ceremony. Starting last month, Bion and I are trying a slightly different version of it. So there's a doshi service with incense lighting and stuff like that. That's a little different than what we have been doing. But if you've been to any Treeleaf ceremony, it'll look super familiar. So I'm going to be doing full prostrations during the ceremony. You can either choose to do those. You can gasho in place. You can stand and do gashos, sort of whatever is comfortable for you, your position, your body, all that stuff. So it's good to see you all. I'm glad you're here. It's been a challenging month. I'm ready to do some atoning. So, oh yeah, and there's two versions of me just so that Bion can see what's going on, so I don't have to move computers and stuff in the middle. So that's also one of those Zen powers to duplicate ourselves across, the 10 directions. Good. All right.
Are we not starting with Zazen?
Yes. It's a good thing you're here to keep me straight.
I was already in position.
feel like there's a lesson in there somewhere that we were talking about it just before we got started. That I got a phone call from a client just before it was time to come in here and begin today, and of course, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to like answer their questions and get moving so I can go quick, get changed, and come in here to the ceremony. And in a moment, right, like that awareness is like leaves caught by the wind, and they just, and all of a sudden I'm work guy and running around guy and trying to help client guy, and I come down here and the whole ceremony's gone. But it's not really gone. We do these things, we reify them again and again and again, and we plant these seeds. Thich Nhat Hanh called it seed consciousness, the Alaya Vijnana, this sort of great mystery of karma, and they're completely at peace under the ground, like seeds. Will stick with with that simile. They are under the ground, just waiting, gone. You can't see them. And then you sit a moment, Zazen, and the bell rings, and they just, I don't know where they come from. They just come out, and oh, we can start again. And that's why we do this each month. That's such a part of it, just even trying to live by vow and by the precepts, is whatever the wind is that comes into your life and scatters the leaves of your awareness. It's okay. You can come back, start again, follow the North Star, even though there's going to be rivers in the way and lakes in the way and highways in the way, and you're still going that direction. There's the North Star. So we start over again, moment by moment by moment. But once every lunar cycle, we like make a real commitment to start over again. So that's part of what today is about. So, sorry, I don't. Blah, 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 blah. So, we will start with our confession and atonement, or as Jando likes to say, at one minute. And you can just be in Gasho for this. The great precepts of Gautama Buddha were kept by all Buddhas. They were transmitted from Buddha to Buddha. They were received by ancestor after ancestor. Our great master, Gautama Buddha, transmitted the precepts to Master Mahakashyapa. Master Mahakashyapa transmitted the precepts to Master Ananda. And the transmission of the precepts has continued in this way, passing from orthodox successor to orthodox successor in one line. Now we reaffirm our commitments to the precepts to return the profound benevolence of Gautama Buddha. We trust this to be the true reception of Gautama Buddha's wisdom and life. Respectfully following the approval of Gautama Buddha, we would like to devote ourselves to the precepts, beginning with atoning for past misdeeds. Now we'll do verse of atonement.
All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old, on account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and mind, now I atone for them all. All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old, on account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and mind. Now I atone for them all. All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old, on account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and mind, now I atone for them all. Homage to the 7 Buddhas of the past. Homage to Shakyamuni Buddha, a person of this earth. Homage to Miroku Buddha, symbol of hope for the future. Homage to Monju Bodhisattva, symbol of great wisdom. Homage to Fugen Bodhisattva, symbol of great activity. Homage to Kanzeon Bodhisattva, symbol of great compassion. Homage to the successive generations of ancestor Bodhisattvas.
Well, we do this symbolic thing in our Sangha to purify ourselves with water and a bit of greenery. If you don't have any water or greenery, it's okay. You can just mime this with your fingers. But we take some water and this greenery and just clear all that away. Purify our heart and mind. No matter what other mistakes we've made in the past, in this moment, I don't think any of us are making any mistakes. Good job, everybody. Now we'll just, I'm going to read from the Brahmanet Sutra. All you disciples of the Buddha, join your palms in reverence and listen wholeheartedly. I would like to now articulate the preface to the great precepts of the Buddhas. If the members of the assembly will quietly listen, and they know that they have done wrong, they will atone. If they atone, then they will be at ease. If they do not repent, their wrongdoings will grow more grievous. Those who have done wrong and are silent, and because of their silence, you should know that they are all purified. Worthy monks, laymen, laywomen, and all the rest, listen well. In this difficult age, when the lifetime of the Buddha sometimes seemed distant, you should revere the Pratimoksha. The Pratimoksha is none other than these precepts. When you observe these precepts, it is like darkness meeting with light. It is like someone pure attaining a treasure. It is like someone who is ill being healed. It is like a prisoner being released from his chains. It is like a traveler who is able to return home. You should know that these rules, the Pratimoksha, are the great teacher for this assembly of people, no different from the presence of the Buddhas in this world here and now. Thoughts of fear are difficult to produce. Unwholesome thoughts are difficult to give rise to. Therefore, a sutra says, do not trivialize minor misdeeds as if they are not problematic. Drops of water, though tiny, will gradually fill a large basin. A single instant of wrongdoing can lead you to fall into a hell of uninterrupted suffering. Once you lose your human body, you may not get another for 10,000 kalpas. Just as a galloping horse passes by swiftly, one's physical strength will not remain. The transience of human life goes beyond the mountains and seas. Even if something remains for the duration of one day, it will be quite difficult to hold on to it tomorrow. Members of the assembly should energetically advance their own minds. Be careful not to be lazy, negligent, drowsy, or arbitrary. In the evening, you must gather your thoughts and focus them firmly on the three treasures. Do not take as being a waste of time the effort to deepen your repentance for those of later generations. Members of the assembly, each of you in your own minds, should carefully rely on these precepts. Discipline yourselves in the practices that accord with the Buddha's teaching. And now we'll start with the three refuges. Respectful devotion to Buddha. Respectful devotion to Dharma. Respectful devotion to Sangha. Devotion to Buddha, the Supreme One. Devotion to Dharma, the supreme purity and teaching. Devotion to Sangha, the supreme community. Perfect devotion to Buddha, perfect devotion to Dharma, perfect devotion to Sangha. Today, I reaffirm my commitment to seek as I can in this body and life, to avoid doing harm, to seek as I can in this body and life, to live in a healthful way, helping, doing good, to seek as I can in this body and life, to live for the benefit of all sentient beings. The 10 fundamental precepts. Today I reaffirm my commitment to seek as I can in this body and life, to refrain from the killing of life, to seek as I can in this body and life, to live in generosity and refrain from taking that which is not given, To seek as I can in this body and life, to refrain from misusing sexuality and all desire. To seek as I can in this body and life, to refrain from false or malicious speech. To seek as I can in this body and life, to refrain from intoxication in its many forms. To seek as I can in this body and life, to refrain from unconstructively criticizing the errors and faults of others. To seek as I can in this body and life, to refrain from praising oneself and judging others. To seek as I can in this body and life, to refrain from stinginess and bestowing the Buddha's teachings and all precious things. To seek as I can in this body and life, to refrain from all anger. To seek as I can in this body and life, to refrain from disparaging the three treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha.
To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless. Transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible. Perceive reality, though reality is boundless. Attain the enlightened way, a way unattainable. To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless. Transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible. Perceive reality, though reality is boundless. Attain the enlightened way, a way unattainable. To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless. To transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible. To perceive reality, though reality is boundless. To attain the enlightened way, a way unattainable.
Abiding in this ephemeral world, may we exist in muddy water with purity like a lotus. Nothing escapes the boundless mind. Thus we bow to Buddha. Buddha nature pervades the whole universe, reality existing right here now. In reaffirming our commitments to the precepts, we dedicate our sincere efforts to Shakyamuni Buddha, Honored One, the historical Buddha and teacher, and to the all-pervading and everlasting three treasures, to all arhats and bodhisattvas, mahasattvas, and their relations throughout the Dharma worlds. May our sincere vows to accomplish and live the enlightened way be realized together. All Buddhas throughout space and time. All bodhisattvas, mahasattvas, maha, prajna, paramita. I was I was talking to a Dharma friend the other day, and we were recollecting our childhood. In our childhoods, both of us did this thing where if we had a lifesaver, like the candies, we would see if you could, like, it was a game that you could play. It's probably an only child game. Like, I don't know if folks with siblings would have ever played a game this silly, but the game you would play was to see how long you could make that lifesaver last in your mouth without crunching it. So I want all of us to go out today, hold that lifesaver of the precepts and see how long we can go. Thank you all. It is good to come together to practice like this. Please go out and live your lives.
Thanks a million.
Thank you.